So the topic at trivia on Wednesday was cold, just things that are cold. Hmm.
Nice. Hands.
Yeah.
Feet.
So they're like cold-blooded animals, songs about cold places, stuff like that.
I like that.
And there
I don't know
was,
how I feel about that.
yeah, there is a game that's
Very
really
broad.
similar to hockey that's only played in Norwegian countries. What is it called?
Only played in Norwegian countries.
Yes. What is it called? And of course, we had no idea. So we said it's called basketball. It's not called
And
basketball.
with that, welcome back to Tabletop Dub Shot. Welcome back to Tabletop Dub Shot, a live action role playing game with all baristas. With me today is Bela,
A cold Val.
PE,
Never cold. Buka.
and Jordan.
As cold as can be, Pierce.
Last we left off, our group of friends finally finished a very tumultuous combat with a Dragonborn who is a member of the Crystaltalons, as well as his armed guard. And through it, somewhere, Val was able to successfully befriend the Rock. And so, in a scary combat where some people almost got knocked off in the middle of the storm on top of a platform at the peaks of the Skyfang Range, a moment where we believed that the Rock had been banished fully, and through a successful couple of hits where concentration was broken, the Rock reappears. The armed guard was defeated, but the Dragonborn flew off, possibly to join back with the Crystaltalons. With that, the Rock very promptly took the group along with Falhorn to its nest, where there were other baby rock, or there was one baby rock and a few eggs that had not yet hatched inside a massive cave. They also saw parts of ships and a lot of debris that was the creation and what formed the nest. And from there, they climbed down, made their way back to Whisperfen, where they spoke with Onyx, filled them in on what happened, and Onyx guaranteed and kind of assured you guys that he would be diligent with keeping the secret of where the Rock is staying and possibly adding some protection so that outside forces cannot find the nest. And with that, they finally were able to get some food. And after a conversation about confidence with Falhorn, Professor Onyx let Falhorn and the rest of you guys know that he would sponsor Falhorn and kind of allow his acceptance. And the only thing he would have to do is take a simple trial. Seeing a quick events that were going to happen in just a few seconds, Professor Onyx looks towards the door, and the doors burst open, and Falhorn's old master appeared and let him know that he would be conducting the trials. And that is where we are now. So we will cut forward, because at this point it was already late in the day. You guys had an extremely long day of combat, travel in the rain and lightning, dealing with lots of stuff. So at this point, it is the next day. So everybody has your long rest. Everybody's rested up.
Leveled up, baby. Woo.
And yes, our
Woo!
players have leveled up. And so
Yeah.
with that, they are currently in front of the forge. All you guys know, is that at some point later today, Falhorn will get brought in. But one of the questions you guys had asked sometime in game yesterday, that he is allowed to take companions. He is allowed to have assistants, but the person conducting the trials has to be present and active in the trials. Usually they're simple, but now that his old master, Almon, is conducting them, you guys aren't sure what they're going to be looking like. So you guys just feel heat from the forge. Some of the students that you guys had seen last time around are present at this point in time, but everybody go ahead and give me, or actually, well, who's trying to make something at this point?
Me.
I'm just watching.
You're just watching. For Buka And for Pierce, go ahead and roll me sleight of hand checks.
Mm, Can I persuade you to let me roll a persuasion check instead?
No.
Dang it. Oh.
Smith's tools. If
Oh,
I get advantage on anything that has to do with making weapons.
Have you think Pierce would have worked in a forge at some point?
I think whether it be in a forge specifically, probably not at the size, but I think just the interest in the weapons, I think he would have kind of picked it up
Yeah.
as a trade while he was in the military.
I think the day that they were teaching the soldiers about emotional intelligence, Pierce decided to take a double class at the forge instead.
I'm gonna say you guys are just gonna roll it straight.
Okay.
Cool.
'Cause
low
the
EQ.
reality is neither of your characters probably would have spent a lot of time like actively like being in a forge or working in a forge.
Right. I got a 19.
19, Pierce.
What are we rolling again?
Sleight of hand.
16.
Disadvantage.
No, 16, 19. Those are great rolls. You guys are helping craft kind of a part of like a breastplate. Get you guys warmed up, I think, with helping just make some of the stuff. And so you guys are assisting some of the other students as you guys are crafting it. And there's a point where both of you guys are kind of partnered up with one of the other students, and they're walking you through the general process of making some of the armor and just kind of like working with the forge. And then they're like, once we finish this, Professor Onyx speaks up. You guys can make some swords, something cool. And then at this point, also, as he looks at the weapons that you guys have, he says, it might not be as good as what you currently have, but it'll be good. You could say you made your own thing, you know?
Right. Uka kind of looks at the breastplate that we're working on and looks down at his own leather hide. It's like, actually, it's not that I don't want to make a sword. I do want to make a sword. It's just I've been getting hit a lot lately. So I think I'd rather spend some more time working on armor if we could.
One of the halflings that you're working with, and you could tell just so wiry. Small in size, but like you could just tell has like a strength from just working, looks at you and just says, yes, of course. Yeah, we can 100% do that. And he ends up pulling out this massive part of it. And with that 19, you're able to assist with pulling it out, not dropping it or damaging the armor in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And so with that, at this point too, Pierce, you are assisting with some of like the breastplate specifically part of it. And then you guys are going to end up attaching like some of the armor and making it as it's just multi-part of the armor. Val, before we get back to the forge part of it, go ahead and roll me an insight check.
16.
16. Falhorn has said maybe 10 words in the entire time that you guys have been awake. At this point, also, you guys got breakfast. It's still early in the day, but he's just kind of sitting next to you as you see Pierce and Buka successfully crafting some armor. But he just is looking, but you could just tell there's immediately kind of like a glazed, his mind is somewhere else.
He's sitting next to me.
Mhm.
I'll reach him on the shoulder and like gently like press into his shoulder with my hand. I'm like, hey, but you okay?
Yeah. Perfect.
You haven't said anything all day.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about if we'll succeed in the trials, but we're gonna do good. We're gonna be great. We're gonna be great.
I like that energy. I like the words you're saying, but I'm not convinced completely.
I just don't know what to expect. I feel like when I was apprenticing under Almon, that he was not a big fan of me, and so
Well, that's
I just don't.
obvious. He's not a good dude.
Yeah, he's
You
not.
think he's going to use what he thinks are your weaknesses against you?
Yeah, probably.
You have us though. We're allowed to help you, right?
Yes, briefly, just a little bit, but
Well,
it'll be
let's go over what we think he's going like let's get in his mind palace. What do we think he's going to do to you? Test you on.
Something to break my confidence, probably. Something, I don't know.
No? I mean, we already went over like candles and the different types of tallow. So one step ahead of where we were before. You saved us as well.
You're right. I do know my candles.
Mm-hmm. You saved our lives.
We saved
The
the.
the person he knew before, completely different than the person you are now.
It's crazy. He just pushed me down the stairs yesterday, 2 days ago.
Maybe he pushed you into new opportunities without without you running into us, falling into us, really. We wouldn't have known how magnificent you can be.
His eyes are like, he pushed me into a new future. His eyes kind of widen a little bit. And at this point, you over here, Professor Onyx, just say, yes, 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 just pull it out. Yes. And then you will throw it back into the forge as he just starts yelling at the rest of the students. And then he says, Pierce, well done. If you ever want to, leave the life of a warrior behind and just really dedicate yourself to making stuff all day, I think that would be kind of cool.
Is a possibility.
Okay, well, let's save the world first. Okay. And as he says that, some of the other students are like, save the world. But you guys are able to make some armor. And if you guys would be inclined to, I would allow a breastplate to be made for Buka. Do you guys want to dedicate the time?
That'd
You
be
guys know
great.
that at some point later today that the trials are going to start. And so you are just fully unaware exactly when. You guys haven't really been told. And so you guys might only be able to do some stuff while you're at the forge. But
Would we, knowing Buka like specifically is wanting a little bit better armor, if I like put the majority of the time into helping with that, would I potentially have time to make like a dagger or a short sword?
I think making like a dagger probably would be within the realm. The only thing that you might not be able to like finish and accomplish is because there still is like, metal needs to be cooled down and stuff like that. And they also doesn't guarantee that the armor necessarily would be done by this first trial. Something that Professor Onyx had shared was that it was going to be a series of trials. Usually they're fairly simple, or usually they're like questions or like, can you cast a spell? You guys already get the impression that it's probably going to be a little bit more than that, because it is at the discretion of whichever mage is the one that is hosting or
Yeah.
administering the trials. So, but beyond that, you probably have to wait maybe like another day. But you could probably have it by this time tomorrow, the armor and like a dagger. Awesome. With that, you guys finish up. You guys are there. Also, you guys are there for a few hours, kind of tackling some of the metal work. Professor Onyx just kind of yelling at his students. Also, for Val and Falhorn that are sitting, and you guys are right, you're really close to the forge. You could tell clear favoritism from Professor Onyx as he just basically continues highlighting the great things that Buka and Pierce are doing, and is just yelling at the rest of his students. And
They
just
can't
like,
fire him.
I have tenure. I've told you before.
Mhm.
And then he's like, my other class, and then he like disappears for like an hour, and then he comes back at some point. But I'll say that we can add that stuff sometime in the next day, in game. When he comes back, he is alongside a few other people. So Professor Onyx makes his way back to you guys, and then with him is Almon, the elf that was Falhorn's original master that ended up shoving him down the stairs. And you guys also see Elven woman. She is probably about the same height that Almon is. They're probably about 5'8", 5'9". She's incredibly, incredibly thin, wearing this almost like a lavender kind of veil. Like her face is present, but it's just like over her head, covering, like, you could tell it's a little bit of just like dark, like raven black hair, and is walking with a staff, as similar to Professor Onyx. They approach. You see Falhorn stands up and just says, they're here to," looks at Falhorn, "to begin administering the trials." You see that the Almon speaks up and says, "Yes, yes, the trials will begin, Falhorn. You will be subject to a few trials, but I assume looks at the rest of you guys that these are your compatriots that will be assisting in the trials.
If he needs it.
Val just nods.
Wonderful. I'm sure that everything will be just fine and everybody will leave unscathed. And at this point, the woman that was standing next to the other two speaks up and just says, kind of looks fully unaware of kind of what's the tension that is there. You can tell, but kind of looks at Almon for a second, looks at you guys, and just says, yes, we'll also be helping administer, and so we will be a group of 3 that will be making sure that no cheating is done and that the trials are administered fairly. Go ahead and give me insight checks.
Nice. 21.
17.
With a 21, you are looking. There's a point where kind of as she makes that comment, Professor Onyx nods a little bit. You could tell that Professor Onyx kind of called in for some assistance to kind of make this a semi-fair thing for Falhorn. You guys hear in your minds Professor Onyx speaking to the 4 of you guys, Falhorn included in this one. Professor Onyx casts a telepathic bond with everybody.
Nice.
Cute.
I've got to mark his spells too, you know. But with telepathic bond, it's a telepathic bond up to 8 willing creatures, to all for the duration, which is an hour. But you guys can just fully communicate at least for this next hour or so. But with that, you see that he kind of speaks up a little bit and just says, yes, I've brought in a little bit of assistance to make sure that the trials are handled fairly. Just know that Almon will probably do something to make sure that Falhorn does not succeed. And so you guys are all able to assist and participate in this. But at no point, and the rules will be repeated at some point before the trials begin, but Falhorn has to be present and active in all of the trials. Typically, he will be the main participant, and you guys would just simply be assisting.
Mm-hmm.
And so just being aware that he may or may not try something that will either knock him out or take him off the board.
Is that allowed?
It's when he conducts his trial, he's allowed to. There's not really a set rule on what he can and can't do. It has to be an achievable trial, but it doesn't necessarily have to be an easy trial. So,
Right. Okay, well, we just got to make sure that we are leveling the playing field for him as well, if the cards are stacked against him.
and then you see that as there's kind of like this conversation amongst the 3 that are going to be administering the trials, the elven woman approaches the 4 of you all and just says, yes, I'm Hasiana. It's a pleasure to meet everybody. Falhorn, I'm very excited to administer the trials, and we're gonna get you in. Professor Onyx speaks very highly of you, and yeah, you must have met obviously outside of the academy, and so welcome to Whisperfen, everyone. But I promise that the trials will be fair, and so that's the best I can do for you all. Almon speaks up and says, very well. For the rest of you, Falhorn, we will proceed to the first trial that Professor Onyx will be conducting. And then says, yes, please come this way. And then starts walking. And they lead you towards one of the many spires, Whisperfen. You guys make your way there. At this point, you could tell that students are aware of what's happening. You guys notice like a small little group. I say small, it's probably a 40 or 50 people have started to trail behind you guys as they are aware that trials are going to be happening. And so they lead you to this series of corridors that lead you deeper into the mountain. And there's like a point where Professor Onyx just says, yes, this will be a trial on aptitude and memory and just your overall capacity to bring in the knowledge, wealth of knowledge, Falhorn, that you have. And then Falhorn, this whole time is just still quiet. Leads you into this pretty large room. Everyone go ahead and give me perception checks.
With my new perception.
With your new perception.
I got a 14 with my new perception.
Hey, I got a 16.
16.
What?
I got a 9.
As you guys are looking, Pierce, you notice that the room you guys enter is this massive, massive room. It's a hexagonal room. Each of the walls about 100 feet. And so it's a fairly large space that you guys are in. You're noticing that the walls and the ground are made up of these also hexagonal shapes that are just tiles, basically, that cover the ground, cover the walls, and cover the ceiling. And then off to the edges, you notice where people can go and sit. And so as you guys make your way in, there's like a point where the group that's kind of followed behind you guys starts to make their way through the room to kind of start filling the spaces on either end. But the room itself, again, is massive. You're noticing each of the tiles. It's hard to see, and with a 16, you're not exactly sure what it is, but you notice it. Excuse me. You notice that each one has a glyph of some type that seems to be. It just kind of glows for a second and then kind of fades in, and then they all kind of are occasionally just a small little glow or something just lets you know that it seems that each of the tiles present has a little bit of magic attached to them. Well, I'm very, very thankful, everybody. And then Professor Onyx speaks up. His voice is magically amplified, so you start to hear it. Even like people in the stands can start to hear it. Very well. The first trials of Falhorn shall begin. This will be a trial on memory, recollection, and aptitude. Falhorn, we wish you the best on this first trial. And then Falhorn looks at you guys, looks at Professor Onyx, nods. Are you ready? Yes, Professor. Very well. And then from the door behind you guys, two mages come in carrying like a large box, kind of requiring each of them to grab one of the ends of it. And you guys see that they bring it towards the center of the room. You guys are kind of guided there by Professor Onyx. And there is like a moment where everyone is like, you could hear the group of students kind of like making noise. They're all curious about like what could be, like what's in the box, you know? And there's like a moment where they lift the lid of the box and the rest of the box just falls open. You guys see 3 candles have been placed there and they're fully present. Falhorn, you must identify what the 3 candles are composed of. Go ahead and give me another perception check real quick.
How could he?
Yeah.
Go for it, Val. You got this.
I got a 15. I'm rolling low. I have a plus
Yeah.
9, but like,
I got an 11.
hey, Pierce, what you get? What do you perceive?
Nothing.
You
I got
perceive
that one.
candles.
Oh.
And he got
Barely.
dirt in his eyes.
Candles.
I
those
barely
candles
perceive
Soot
candles.
in his eyes.
Like
What
I'm kicking at one of these hexagonal shapes. I'm like, do these move?
You notice
Not
it
even
shift a
looking
little
at the
bit.
candle.
As the 3 candles get kind of showcased. What did Val get?
What did I get? A 15.
15. With a 15, you hear behind you, Almon goes, "You got to be kidding me." And then you can tell that Falhorn looks at the rest of you guys, looks at Professor Onyx and just says, "Really? Yes. You must identify the types of candles." Okay.
You got this, Falhorn.
You got this. We talked about this one.
I give him
General
like
just
a hard pat on the back as it kind of like makes him stumble forward towards the candles.
general confusion amongst the crowd. At this point, they're still pretty like the crowds are far away. You could still hear murmurs of like, "What are they? What candles?" And so he goes and picks up the first one. It's a really low DC, but I was like, We'll see what Falhorn ends up getting.
No. Can I give him bardic inspiration?
If you would like to give him Bardic, yes, you may.
Yeah,
Nice.
let's do it.
How long does the bardic last?
A minute. Oh, sorry, 10 minutes.
His intelligence score is pretty good.
He's a smart one, not a
Uh,
wise one.
He lifts up the candle. Beeswax? That is correct.
Woo, yeah.
Okay.
Puts it down.
Come on.
Let's go!
Come on.
Just kind of polite applause. Everyone in the crowd fully confused as to what's happening. And as he puts it down, the candle lights up. Just like a warm red, yellow glow. Goes to the second one.
Like this crowd has probably seen trials before, and they're just like,
Where's the blood? Where's the
"Where's
murder?
the action?"
Paraffin? Well done.
Yes.
Let's
Come
go!
on,
One
Falhorn.
more!
You guys are kind of
Puka's gonna run across the crowd and just throw arms up to get the crowd, try to get the crowd hyped that we're guessing candles.
go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
You walked into the wrong room. That's 20.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's go. Woo!
candles!
A lot of
After
confusion.
his one perception, he leans over to Val. You just guessing what these candles are made of?
Yes. He's guessing what these candles are made of, and he's doing really good.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
he's
saw
really
that.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. One
Great,
more.
okay.
Shh. Go help Buka, like, boost the crowd. Come on.
You see at this point,
Looks
he
at Buka. No, I think he's got it.
goes in, lifts up the third candle. Again, the crowd seems very hyped. They're just confused. Tallow? That is correct. Yeah, woo!
Puka throws up his arms. Puka does a backflip.
What kind of tallow, guys? We talked about this.
No. Don't ask. He said correct already. He said it was correct.
Sorry.
The third candle just lights up as well. All three of them casting this fairly large light as they all have turned on. Again, the crowd is fully confused as to what's happening. And with that, the first trial of Falhorn has been completed.
Woo!
Come on.
Let's
Falhorn
go!
is fully
Can I-
not believing what's happening.
In his own confusion, can Pierce look at Onyx and see if he like roll an insight to see if you just like gave him the easiest trial he's ever given in his life? 14.
It might be one of his tougher trials.
Oh, nice.
But you could tell he's like kind of just trying to keep a very straight face as he's conducting this trial as professionally as he can. As he looks at you, just a little twinkle in his eyes. Well, we could probably conduct the second trial right now.
Okay.
You can tell even Hasiana's like confused as well. Wonderful. Well done, Falhorn. Yes, we can begin now. Please gather the candles. And then the same to mages that come in, put out the candles, and then box just closes up, put the lid back on, and then they just walk back out. Well, wonderful. Well, I'm glad we had such a great start to the trials, Falhorn. Well, as someone that is constantly, and at this point her voice is also being magically amplified, as we begin the second trial of Falhorn, it is important for mages, whether young or old, experienced or inexperienced, to know the effects that magic can have and to understand that it is a labor to achieve the results that you want. But know that through hard work, these things can be tamed. They can be controlled. But it is important that we do not misuse the power that has been benefiting all of us. And so we will begin the second trial. And then she snaps her fingers. You guys feel the tiles on the ground and on the wall start to shift as the room itself starts to morph and change. The size of the room still is pretty massive still, but they start to change, and you notice that some of the tiles start to coalesce and form, and they start to craft walls. And there is a moment where they form together a kind of like a construct in front of you. You guys are looking at what's ahead of you. You guys were just recently at one. You guys notice a furnace of some type as from inside of it, just this arcane red and orange light immediately turns on. With the second trial, we must teach control through discomfort. There are 3 valves on this furnace that must be turned simultaneously to stabilize it. And you guys are noticing that the fire is starting to like grow and grow and grow. And so with that, the second trial of Falhorn begins. Falhorn looks at you guys. Do we just go over there and
I think we all need to turn a dial, right?
There has to be a catch, though.
I guess. I mean, do they look anything like the forges that we were just at?
similar shape, but as you're looking at it, you're noticing these wheels that have been almost magically crafted from this furnace that has just, been made in front of you. You guys can do any kinds of checks that you guys would like to. And you guys, again, at this point, also the furnace is about 30 feet ahead of you.
Awesome.
Let's
I
walk
think-
closer.
Yeah, let's all get closer. Investigation or perception checks, I guess.
I would like to
Yeah.
perceive.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go ahead.
investigate.
I will perceive. I
Just whatever
perceive
the
nothing.
first dial.
I perceive a 28. There we go.
Come on.
I got a 22 on investigation.
That's good.
With 28 and the 22, as you guys are looking, obviously, again, the whole thing is magically crafted. You notice that each of these wheels that are they can be spun, that can control it. As you guys are looking at it, they're slightly different shapes. So it's not like it's this uniform set of wheels or controls of some kind. And you notice that there is one to the left of it, to the right of it, behind it, and then the actual furnace in front. And then this furnace is starting to kick up a lot of heat. As all of that is happening, you notice that the one that is slightly larger, the actual, like, it almost seems to have like a weight to it. Like the actual wheel seems a lot heavier. There is one that is kind of the middle-sized wheel. That one, because those are 28 and 22 are great rolls. You notice that there's like glyphs on it that are glowing slightly. And on the smallest one, you notice that where the wheel is connected to, the section of the furnace that it goes into is not set. It's almost like you can move the wheel to different parts. But as you guys are kind of taking a look around it, the heat from the furnace is becoming unbearable. And then all of a sudden you start to hear as it gets sputtering, just like fire and heat. And then all of a sudden, as these gunks of flame just fall, and then from it, these fiery red, orange, and black small little imp-looking creatures make their way out. And you hear like a I need everybody to roll initiative.
No.
I didn't like that.
Okay. That was not a good toss.
Yeah, I didn't roll great.
I don't want to go first.
You're gonna be first.
I got a 22.
A 22. La da 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 da.
I don't even know.
La da 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 da.
Hmm.
Cool. Did anyone get between a 25 and a 20? 1, 22. Oh, and then I have to roll for Falhorn. Love that for him. It doesn't really help that much, but nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
With a total of 17.
At 21, he only gets a plus 1. A plus 1. His dex is not that bad. His dex is not that terrible.
Heck yeah.
Did anyone get between a 15 and a 20? What did Pierce get?
I got an 18.
And then what did Buka get?
Yeah. 14.
14? Perfect. These sputtering, fiery looking imps, as you guys are looking at them, they seem to be made up of fire and magma. Not that large, probably maybe about a foot and a half tall, with small wings. And originally, as you guys were again taking a look at the furnace, they sputtered out of it and they landed, and then it almost seems like this, like fire and magma and lava coalesced, formed these creatures, and they're currently floating and flying as they don't seem to be able to speak, but they seem to be giggling uncontrollably. Val, that is going to be you.
How many are there?
Currently, there's 3.
3. And location-wise, compared to like us,
They are
I just want
about
like a lay of the land.
10 feet away.
Okay, 10 feet away, and
They're
like,
because you guys. I'll say that you guys were, kind of looking at the actual wheels. They are directly in front of the furnace. So
Great.
just doing cardinal directions. The furnace faces south, and then there's like a wheel that's east, north, and west.
what the hell am I supposed to do? They're just gonna burn my bows, right? I would love to cast Hunter's Mark on the furthest one from us.
Okay.
And then use my longbow to hit it.
Go ahead and roll.
Does a 28 hit?
28 hits.
Great.
Oh man.
12 piercing damage.
12 piercing damage. You go. Does that include Hunter's Mark damage?
No, hold on. Sorry, first time I'm using this one.
You're good. We
What
love
does
new
it
spells.
say? New spells. Heck yeah. Wait. How would I do this? So I would do 1d6? Yeah? Of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just roll that.
15 total.
Yes.
Love it. As you shoot the one that's furthest away, the arrow zooms past 2 of the other little creatures.
Little guys.
And then the one that gets hit just goes as it seems to have heard it as some of like the magma and fire drip on the ground and starts to cool down, but it is still up. That is going to be Falhorn. Falhorn is going to, so kind of also give you guys an idea. Furnace is still doing its thing, but you guys see that Falhorn looks and just says, "Should we attack? Should we do we go for the wheels? Let's
Teamwork.
Falhorn, focus on the wheels. Figure out what we need to do with those.
Okay, right. And then he is going to do investigation check. Not great, but we got a 4 on the die. Yeah, you got it. And then we'll say that he is going to also just cast mage armor on himself.
Nice.
Because that just makes sense. I'll pick. Hey, you guys. I'll figure this out. Yeah. You can tell he's sweating. At this point, you have no clue if it's just from nerves or from the fire.
Oh, he had a 4 on the die. Never mind. I was gonna say, did he use his bardic inspiration with the candles?
I think he's gonna hold off.
Okay,
Because they're gonna have so much fun.
Oh no.
Beautiful. What a beautiful day. You see that the one that got shot at goes and looks at you guys and just kind of like and goes, and it's right next to the furnace, and it dips its hand into the furnace and starts like pulling at stuff, and more of the magma and fire start coming out, and it ends up summoning another one of these creatures. As like the fire and the magma coalesce, there's like another one that's going and it's like clapping its hands delightfully, as there are currently 4. And then that is going to be its action. But I'm going to say that just to kind of simplicity, this second friend that it brought is going to go on its same initiative, just for simplicity's sake.
Great.
And it is going to cast... Actually, it's just going to go. Would you guys say that you guys are kind of bunched up right now, or...
I feel like we would have been
we would
looking
be
at the
together.
wheel.
My circle.
Yeah.
Facing
Yeah.
the furnace.
Okay, cool. So you guys are all kind of like all at one of the wheels, like next
All
to...
together, yeah.
Cool. It is going to take a swipe at... This is one that hasn't been heard yet. It's the summon. It is going to go and take a swipe over at Buka.
Okay.
Would you
There's an
say that
11.
we're all within 5 feet of each other?
Short.
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh, okay.
No,
Do you-
yeah, you can finish your attack roll.
Does an 11 hit?
11 misses.
It goes and tries to take a swipe at you. You were able to just dodge out of the way. But it's
In
looking
this
at you.
moment,
Yeah.
Pierce would like to use Sentinel,
Hell yeah.
a new feat of his own, and he gets to make an
Feat?
attack against this creature as a reaction.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and take a swipe.
Nice.
19 on the die, so like 26 hit.
Hits.
I think would I be allowed to probably not take a bonus action to enter rage yet, huh? No.
Not yet.
Okay. So just a 4/4
12. Hell yeah. As you go and take a swipe, it's this weird, like it has some level of a form, but it also feels very not having a form. Like there,
Like
it's like the parts of
malleable.
like it's parts of like magma that seem to, you kind of get more of a hit on, but also has like fire, and so you swipe through it, and then it looks and you just go, ow! But it hurt it. That is going to be one of the other little methods, and it is going to use its fire breath. I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Ooh. Natural 20, 26.
23.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, and then Falhorn also passes.
Nice.
You guys all take, because it's halved, 3 points of fire damage as it just and then it just releases this noxious, like almost like a gas at first, and then it catches on fire, and then it almost like the flame itself wasn't able to like fully alight, and you guys are singed a little bit, but nothing super crazy. That is going to be Buka.
Great. How close are they now? Is it just the one that's close to us?
There's one that is kind of 5 feet away from whoever's like closest to the front of the furnace, and there's one that's like right in the mix with you guys. That's the one that took a swipe at
great.
you.
Perfect.
Yes.
Did I get a
I'm
turn?
gonna...
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I got
No. I'll go.
It's my
so
turn.
sorry. That is gonna be Pierce. My bad.
Oh, it's good. I think just because of out of opportunity, I'm gonna go for the same little magma guy that I already was able to take a swipe at. But before the swing, I am going to enter rage. 14 to hit.
14 hits.
I hope so. Gonna do 9 points of damage on that swing.
It is very hurt. This is the one that was the friend that got introduced to the party.
Perfect. And I'm gonna use distracting. I'm gonna use distracting strike. One of my maneuvers, which now opens the creature up to the next attack on him will be with advantage, and then I add my security dice, which is a D8 to the damage that I did.
Do it.
Another 4 points of damage.
I need everyone to roll dexterity saving throws for me.
He's gonna explode. Dang it.
Nice.
13.
Ooh. I don't know if it even really matters, but I rolled a nat 20.
It doesn't really matter, but it is a pass. 13, also a pass.
Oh, nice.
It's a whittle
20.
explosion.
All a pass. You guys are all, let's see, for Falhorn. Ooh, that's a failure from Falhorn. 11 points of damage to Falhorn, and then have to 5 for everybody.
Great.
And it's like a fire damage, probably.
Yeah, as that happens, it looks at you and you swipe it, and then it holds its form for a little bit and just says, ah! And then boom, explodes, magma and fire flying everywhere. And then the original one that kind of created it looks at you and just says, oh no! That is going to be Buka.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm going to... There's still 3 left?
Now, yes, there's still 3 left.
Gosh, dang it.
I'd like to point out that visually, Pierce is having a great time.
Right. Are all 3 of them within 5 feet of each other right now?
Well, one of them is still right in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other 2 are...
The other 2 are by the furnace.
Mhm.
Great. I'm going to swipe at the one right in front of us. With my rapier. Swing, swing, swing. 21 to hit.
It's
That's going to be 8 damage.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and roll it. Everyone, I need everyone in that vicinity to roll another dexterity.
Ah.
saving throw.
Dang it.
I am in that vicinity. Right. Great.
Yep. Oh,
Falhorn does pass.
14.
11.
Another
Uh,
dirty 20.
11 fails. For anyone that failed, you'll take 8 points of fire damage, and then halve to 4 for everybody else.
Awesome.
14 was okay.
Yes, 14 passes.
Guys, we need to do something. I don't have.
Just stay away from them, I guess. Is the explosion feel like it? If you're more than 5 feet away, you can avoid it.
Test it out.
No. Okay. Well. I'm going to. Well, if we don't stop them, then they might just grab more, right? So I'm gonna run over and swipe at another one.
Yeah,
Because
go for it.
Falhorn needs to figure out these dang wheels. 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Great. 10 points of damage for that one.
Explode.
Yeah. That's. But I'm going to trip him.
They cannot be tripped.
What?
Ooh, they can fly.
flying.
They're flying.
Oh,
Trip
they're
him in the
flying.
air.
Dang it.
Cross his ankles.
But I'll say before you do that, like you can
I
see
can
that they're
tell
flying.
that it's not. Okay, great. Perfect. Well, I start flying as well.
And then how much damage was it?
10 damage.
10 damage. Cool. They're fine. They're doing great. These two are gonna go. One of them is. What's the language on?
At this point, I think our group is separated now.
You're the only one that's separated.
Okay. Yes. I'm just
Get
not.
the
Oh, 'cause you
fuck away
charged.
from me.
You charge the other two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Buka, since you're the closest, go ahead and roll a con saving throw.
A con. Okay. 19.
19.
That's like gotta pass, right? Like there's
Yeah.
no way that doesn't pass.
I feel like some of Pierce's excitement, he just likes fighting, but also he was expecting lots of like magical challenges. And so he didn't think he was going to be very helpful.
These balls of fire and magma are laughing at us. What do you mean magical?
You
What do you
succeed
mean?
on
I'm
the con
laughing back
saving
at
throw.
them.
You succeed on the con saving throw. You do take 7 points of fire damage as it casts heat metal. You're able to
Ooh.
hold on to your rapier, but you just
Ugh.
feel the heat just emanating just from the entirety of the metal of this weapon.
That's rude.
And then the other one is gonna go past you. Or sorry, that's not true. It is gonna go into the
No, go past me.
pit.
God
Oh,
Pit,
no.
pit.
Another one.
and brings up another little friend.
I knew it.
No.
And then that one is going to use its fire breath on you. Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
13.
13 passes. You are going to take 3 points of fire damage as it just
Awesome.
more flame casts its way towards you. That is going to be Val.
Question.
Mhm.
Outside of combat. So it's hot, right? We know it's hot. And we have our rings of warmth attuned. Should I be like, does that do anything for us right now? Or do they automatically turn on when it's like hits below a certain temperature?
I
What's
believe
the-
they only turn on when it
They're
gets
for cold.
Great. So it's not like we're heated and then heated.
over hot. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Just for the cinematic, I think like Val strips her like cloak and stuff and she's like, yeah, anyway. Cool.
You hear from the crowd, "What?"
Woo! Anyway.
What's going on back there? The crowd just seems to. Is something exciting happening?
Buka, it's so hot. Anyway.
Falhorn is like, "It is so hot, you guys. I'm gonna die."
Valhorn,
Falhorn
you
is
need
also
to figure
stripped.
out those things while we
Okay.
take
Yep.
care of
Yep.
the other the soot monster things.
Yep.
Yep. I would like to run away from Pierce. Use my movement to go as far to the wall of the, I guess, like arena away from Pierce, but like still like same distance from the structure. Yeah. And then I would like to use Hunter's Mark again on, bless you, on the newest friend that has come to the party.
Okay.
Cool.
This is the one that is by Buka. Actually,
Cool.
both of them are by Buka.
All three of them are by me, right?
I got a nat 20, so a 31.
Hits.
Nice. That means you
Beautiful.
get to double your dice damage.
Yay! Okay.
That's true.
And then we let's do Hunter's Mark first. Okay. So 1 on the die for Hunter's Mark is 2, plus then my damage from the bow. That's the wrong dice. Ignore that one. 24 plus 2 is 26 points of piercing damage.
Buka, go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
You got it. Yep. 15.
Luca's gonna go down.
You are taking 2 points of fire damage.
Perfect.
As this is happening, it's still part of like the telepathic bond. You can tell that at some point, Professor Onyx, maybe for actual fairness sake, has like kind of shut off his end of it. But you hear Falhorn kind of speaking in your guys' mind as he says, "Buka, are you okay?"
Yeah, Falhorn, I'm doing okay. Just keep trying to figure out those wheels, and let me know how I can help.
Okay. I think I might need Pierce for this next one.
Okay.
Pierce, I might need you. I think I figured this one out.
Yeah, what do you need?
Because at this point it's Falhorn's turn. Because I'll say that he's by the one that has like just physically the biggest wheel. He's like, I think we need to turn this one. I think this one's just meant to be like a heavy weight. Like when it's your turn, can you try to get this thing spun? I mean, I can try too, but
Yeah, I got you. Absolutely, I got you.
and then he is going to make his way over to one of the other wheels and try to get that one kind of dialed in as well. That is going to be he's still good to go. It's the one that originally brought the friend. It's the very, very first of these little fiery methods. Is going to take a swing at Boo.
Is this the one that Val hurt originally?
No. Oh wait,
No.
no, so sorry. Yes, it is. The very,
Yeah.
very originally. Yes.
Perfect. I'm going to use Brace.
Okay.
When a creature moves into my reach, I can use my reaction to attack it.
Go for it. Does it say if it's
Right.
before or after the attack?
It just says when the creature moves into reach.
Then it moved into reach.
Great. And
That's
roll
cool.
to attack. That is a 23.
23
A
hits.
party of reactors.
I know, huh?
I know,
And I
fair.
get to roll. I get to add a D8.
Little Buccaneer dice.
Yeah. So 2D8 plus 5 on this guy. Well, that's 11.
Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Come on. I make dex rolls all day. That's a 1. Plus 6, 7.
You take 5 points of fire damage as this thing. No! And you guys are just starting to hear like laughter. There's still 2 of them left. Absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
On initiative 20. Who wants to roll a d4? Go ahead.
2.
2.
2 more of these dang things pop out. What the?
Boom. Boom, boom. 2 more of these guys come out. And you
That's
again,
crazy.
now the sound of laughter is just it's filling up the space a little bit.
Buka, you got it.
Yeah,
As
I
Pierce
throw-
makes
I
his way
throw a-
over to this.
A crooked thumbs up.
Yeah, great job, everybody. That is going to be Pierce.
Nice. I feel like in the process, obviously Falhorn had already talked to me, so I've now used my movement to get over to this wheel that he was working on. And which way? Which way do I turn it?
Just to the left. We gotta reduce the amount of fire. Go ahead and
And then
roll
I go to spin.
I believe you do this with advantage because you are raging.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll a DC 15 string. So not a save, but a check.
Check. So I just add my regular strength to it, correct?
Yes.
Not my saving. Plus 3, 15.
15 is exactly the DC. You go,
Right.
and it's this heavy wheel, and then it requires a full action for you to do this, but you
Yeah.
start to feel the actual like heat of the fire diminish. It's still so hot. and you could tell like they're almost like tanning a little bit as the little mephits are near by the fire. They're just kind of like soaking in the heat. But you have successfully turned one of the wheels.
Right.
Any
And
bonus?
that was my action, right?
Yes, you still have bonus action and
I'll
movement.
use my bonus action to second wind
Cool.
to heal a little bit. Sweet. Back to full health.
Right.
And then movement wise, if I move to one of the other wheels, can I still see the little creatures?
No, because well, specifically if you are by the one where Falhorn is, because this is the one that's directly behind.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Falhorn. I'm gonna go back in. I think if anything, the other two might be able to help you with the other wheels.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine by myself. It's good.
I'll use my movement.
You're
to move
not by
forward.
yourself.
Do you just go
You
by
have
Puka?
us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I
Puka
can,
right now-
can I get all the way to him?
Yes. Yeah. Each of the sides of it is about 10 feet, so it's not excessive. That is going to be Buka. You currently have 4 little guys that are next to you.
Yeah. All within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. Falhorn, have you figured out the next wheels yet? Do you need help?
Yeah, man. If you want to come back here, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Buka, go help him. I got this.
Okay. Cast invisibility on myself.
Very cool. I think it's the first time Buka's casting. What does it look like as you
Yeah.
cast?
Oh no. I think I twirl my rapier, and as I sheath it, as you hear the click of the sheath, I disappear.
Buka has disappeared from sight and no opportunity attacks.
I don't think Pierce has seen this happen before, so he's confused.
Magic.
You
Yeah.
make your way past Pierce, because Pierce now is in combat or is in melee with these 4 little guys. But you make your way towards the back of the furnace, and you notice that the wheel that he is at is the one that seems to be kind of like disjointed a little bit. It's
Okay.
the smallest of the wheels, but it's like it can like physically be moved.
around.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, Falhorn, I'm right here. I know you can't see me right now, but what do you need from me?
I think we just need to position it into place so that we can actually turn it. Because like every time he tries to turn it, you see that it just spins like loosely, like it's not connected to anything.
Okay, I'm gonna try to grab that wheel and find the right spot for it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
Dexterity
Um,
check.
And then we can say that he gives you the help action.
Awesome. Just sleight of hand or just straight dexterity?
Straight dex. It's a dex check.
Perfect.
21 passes. There's a point where you're trying to find like the spot where the wheel can actually connect to the furnace itself. And there's a point where you hear like a small as it connects, and then you're able to the left. Doesn't seem as heavy as the other wheel that Pierce was turning earlier. And this
My
one
God,
almost
wheel is if this wheel is as heavy as the one Pierce was spinning, I think, oh man, I don't know how he did it.
one finger. But you have successfully done it. Pierce, since you're by the front of the furnace, you immediately feel the heat go down. It's still emanating a lot, but you can feel that it has
Reduced
Pain.
again.
Yes. That is going to be all these fun little guys.
Yeah.
Yay!
They are going to... This one cannot cast it again. But one of them is just going to take a swipe at you. Does a 16 hit?
No.
Takes its slash at you. Does nothing. These other 3, though, have not cast it. Go ahead and roll a...
One second before we move on. I am
Yes.
going to use another maneuver.
Yeah, go for it.
Riposte.
Do it.
When a creature misses an attack, I get to attack back.
Do it.
14 to hit.
14 hits.
15, 15, 19 points of damage.
Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, wow. Unfortunate. 10?
You take 7 points of fire damage as this thing just fully explodes.
In
Just
my
kind of
face.
in your face, just singeing parts of your beard. You guys can smell a little bit of burnt hair somewhere in the vicinity, and the crowd goes, "Oh!"
Does Pierce still have eyebrows?
They're still there, intact. Yeah, the beard singed, but it's still intact. The eyebrows are still intact. That is going to be the rest of these little guys. Go ahead and roll a a con saving throw.
24.
These are
A heat weapon.
the rest of
Heat metal.
these little guys are going to be casting heat and metal, which we will get to
No.
in a second. You take 6 points of fire damage. Go ahead and roll another con saving throw.
17.
17 passes. You are holding on. You can feel it. It's not quite like burning your skin, but it's like you can just feel this heat. There's almost like smoke starting to lift from your sword. You take another 6 points of fire damage. That's already halved. And roll one last con saving throw.
26.
26. You take 2 points of fire damage. Rolled really, really bad on that one. They're like laughing and they're kind of like touching the sword. They're like, and then you're like, as they're trying to get you to let go. But you hold on. And they can only cast it once a day. So,
Thank
Nice.
goodness.
but that is all of their turns. That is going to be Val with Falhorn on deck.
Before my action, in my telepathically, I'm like, Falhorn, did we figure out the last wheel? What's up?
I haven't even made it to the last wheel yet.
See you in a round then. Aha.
Wait.
I would like to. Okay, so there's 4 of them on
Three of-
Pierce
three of
now. 3 of
Right
them.
now, I just did
All of them
another-
are full health, yeah? Yeah. Let's do the one furthest away from Pierce.
I mean,
Right?
they're all.
Yeah.
Okay,
they're-
then.
yeah. it
I'm
doesn't
just
matter.
shooting at.
Oh,
I'm shooting at the sword.
Okay.
Great. I love my new spell. Hehe, Hunter's Mark. We're gonna do that again. Aha, and then use my longbow. So 29 hit.
29 hits.
Perfect.
As a matter of fact,
Uh,
it does hit.
That's crazy. 12 plus 6 plus 18. 18 points of piercing damage.
There's like a point where like the arrow goes through it and then looks down at it, Pierce. Looks back towards Val. Smiles. There's like these like embers as like little like sharp little teeth. Looks at you and then Pearson just kind of shrugs and just says it is
like
hurt, but it is still up.
I don't like them.
I love them.
Nor.
It is an 18 hit.
Yeah, are you going after the same one?
Yeah, for Hunter's Mark, do I roll that again or is just that for the first one?
Until spell ends.
Oh,
So
cool.
whenever you hit with a weapon attack.
Cool. Cool. 8 plus 4, 12 of piercing.
Pierce, go ahead and roll another dexterity saving throw.
Nice.
22.
You take 4 points of fire damage as another one explodes. And you hear one of the buddies, "Oh no, not my friend!" That is going to be any movement from Val.
No. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Cool. Buka, you see that Falhorn leaves. I'll say at this point too, that broke the invisibility as you were doing your thing, like the spinning. But you see Falhorn goes and makes his way to the other one. He's like, "What the hell?" As he is starting to take a look at it. Oh, awesome. He communicates with you guys. I think I can handle this one. This one I think requires a little bit of magic, and he adds a +5 to this.
Great.
So he's gonna need a 10 or higher.
Did he use his bardic yet?
He is gonna use his bardic because he got a 9 on the die.
Come on.
Hold on, I gotta.
Bardic gives them a D8? D6.
I mean, the bare minimum will do it.
Mm-hmm.
To the listeners, I'm sending my players how close he was to just succeeding right off the jump. There we go. Awesome. But he is able to successfully turn it. You see at this point, Buka, because you're the one that's closest to him, you see that his eyes start to almost like a little like arcane fire starts to emanate from it. His hands glow. There's a little bit of crackling energy. And then the almost like someone picking off toppings from a pizza that they don't like. You see the kind of like these arcane words that are around the wheel start to be lifted up and picked off. And then his eyes stop glowing and he's able to spin it. The furnace cools to a more manageable temperature. But we are left with 2 more little guys.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're not. I didn't want them to disappear. I wanted to finish this out.
Why don't you want them to disappear?
I'm having a good time.
That is going to be with Buka on deck.
Nice. Okay. I'm swinging at whichever one's closer to me because I know that one of them just exploded.
The other two they're all within melee. They're all kind of surrounding you a little bit.
23 to hit.
23 hits.
On this swing, I'm also going to use Distracting Strike.
Cool.
Sick.
14 points of damage.
14 points of damage, hell yeah. It is looking hurt, but it's just giggling and laughing as you take your swipe at it.
Perfect. And I'm going to use Action Surge to swing at it again.
Come on.
Ooh, not 20. Not that I need it.
Yeah, go for it. Going after the one that you already hurt?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. And I rolled max, so 26 points of damage.
Go ahead and roll another dexterity saving throw for me. Isn't rolling dice fun, you guys?
I love it. I'm having a good time. 22. Oh, sorry. 18.
18. You take, this is halved already, you take 3 points of fire damage as there's only one left at this point. That is going to be Buka. You see that Falhorn has successfully turned it off, and part of you, I think, almost imagines the trial will be over then and there, and then you just kind of hear giggling from these fire methods off in front of the furnace, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Gosh dang it. There's only one left.
Only one left, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna Dissonant Whispers his ass.
Go ahead.
Has he been attacked before?
Not this one.
Not this one. Okay.
Language on Dissonant Whispers.
A creature of your choice in your range can hear.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Creature doesn't have to understand. It just has to
Here, cool.
hear. Yeah. And I'm gonna cast it. Screw it. 3rd level.
Yes, let's go.
Wisdom saving throw 15.
Does something specific happen at that level?
Just higher
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
12.
12. Great. 5d6.
They're not that strong, you guys.
Yeah. 18 points of damage.
It is still up.
No.
I think they have 19.
No, it doesn't. That's the
I'm
bull.
pretty sure they have 19.
Oh man. And I'm gonna be like, you know what? I think Pierce has got this one. And I'm going to. Oh man, what am I gonna do? Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna take a seat, crisscross applesauce, and put my chin on my
On your hand.
on my hand.
Go hype up the crowd. Just
Oh yeah, and I'll do this. I'll raise my hand on the side to just
Woo!
try to get the crowd reaction.
Yeah, let's go. You can tell at this point, like, as combat has actually started, the crowd's been a lot more invested into the fight than they were the candle thing. I'll just throw that out there.
Understandably.
Understandably. Go ahead. Pierce, go ahead and roll a dex saving throw for me.
13.
13 passes. You take 2 points of fire damage as it does its fire breath. Rolled really low. Really, really low. It kind of looks at you and just...
Pat my beard. Make sure it's not on fire.
It goes up to you and starts to pat your beard a little bit as well.
Or
But
me.
its hands are fire, so it's trying to, like, as you're trying to turn it off, he's like... That is going to be Val.
hell yeah, let's kill this thing. I don't have my spell slots anymore, but that's okay. Let's go. I'm gonna use my longbow. Woo! Does a 20 hit?
When he does it.
Perfect. I do 6 points of damage, piercing damage. Ah!
Pierce, go ahead and roll another dex saving throw for me.
Yeah! I'm rolling a dice! Woo!
18.
You take 4 points of fire damage as the last fire method explodes, and then there is just cheers from the crowd that are on either side of you guys. A voice speaks up and just says, "Well done, participants. Falhorn, well done. Your investigation has proven insightful, but you have all succeeded in this second trial. Please rest up, for the stage must be reset and then you see Almon's voice speaks up, for the third trial of Falhorn." As the trial finishes up, there is like a moment where you guys are kind of brought back to the entrance of this massive room. It seems that all the trials are going to get done today. Some have left to go get popcorn and other snacks, but the bleachers have started to like fill up more, or the stands have started to fill up more and more as some people have heard kind of the commotion that's been happening, and they've started to fill up the area. You start to hear kind of buzz in the room. Falhorn speaks up. You guys, thanks so much. Wiping soot off of his face. I could have done it without you guys. So thanks.
I think our job was just to distract the
Mhm.
fiery things. You figured this out. Good job, Falhorn.
Of course, yeah. But I mean, we did it together, so we like we're good. So, but and as he's walking, he says, I don't think Almon's is going to be as this one.
Right.
Uh,
But we'll do it together. We're here with you.
We're a team.
yes, what a wonderful team indeed. Well done, Falhorn. You've astounded even me as a non-believer. You know, it was a team effort. It seems like they did a lot of the heavy lifting. Falhorn, the best of luck to you. At this point, Haciana and Onyx are there as Almon goes, and he seems to be speaking with some of the other mages that seem to be kind of helping, like with cleaning up and setting up a lot of these tiles that seem to be able to move magically. Haciana walks over and just says, "Falhorn, well done." Kind of leans in a little bit. I was rooting for you. Looks back at Almon. He really does not like you a whole lot. No, not particularly. Is there a reason why? Or, well, I used to be apprenticed under him, but I've opted to master in magic. He's talking about me, Haciana. I've taken tutelage over this young bird. I will show him the peaks of what magic can truly do. Oh, that's nice. That's awesome. Oh, and then looks at the rest of you guys. That was wonderful. You all did spectacular. You all got burned up a little bit, and as you guys are just covered in like soot and edges, parts of like just hair have just been like fully like burned. Buka and Pierce probably taking the worst of a lot of the fire damage. All of your weapons have cooled down since then. I'm not quite sure what the next trial will be, Falhorn, but I would warn all of you to be weary. This challenge won't be impossible, but I have a feeling that he will make it as difficult as possible. Whatever this side of impossible is, I think that's where he's going to try to make that. Professor Onyx speaks up a little bit and says, well, these are all wonderful, wonderful warriors and capable people. And Falhorn, as my newest student, I know he'll do the thing. He'll impress us all. Yeah, we're gonna do great. We're gonna do great,
Good.
right, you guys?
So great.
Buka puts his hand in the middle. It says, "To doing the thing, on 3.
Puts his hand in.
Handed.
1,
Great,
2,
puts his
3.
hand in.
The
Doing the
thing.
thing."
Thing.
Haciana speaks up. Hey guys, I'm really rooting for you. That was We'll practice. You guys are great. But best of luck. And just be vigilant. And then in your minds, you hear Professor Onyx say, "He's gonna pull some shenanigans. Just shenanigan back."
That's all we needed to hear.
It's just the four of you guys. At this point, there are literally custodial mages that are fully just cleaning some of the the debris that's been left over. But you see that a lot of it is the actual tiles just repositioning themselves. It becomes part of the ground and the walls again. It seems that they can craft the room to be kind of what they need it to be. As every time it moves, you see some of those sigils start to just glow slightly. Falhorn speaks up and just says, "It hasn't happened in a long time, but people have died in trials. And so if it ever comes to me passing these trials or your lives, please choose your lives."
Why
I
would
don't
you even think
Wait.
about that?
Yeah. Thanks for thinking about us, but we won't let it come to that.
Like Pierce puts like a hand on his shoulder. Falhorn, this is your trial, right?
Right.
We helped in the last one, but because of your guidance, we made it through. That's what we need in this next one. Is your guidance. We made it through that one because of you. We'll make it through this one because of you.
Right. But again, just it's not worth any of our lives. So
Pierce like stretches as
Oh,
he's like
should I also be
all warmed up from
Should I also-
the second trial. Yeah, we'll be fine.
should I also stretch?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Okay. Starts doing squats.
Buka is insanely flexible. It's like the type of stretching that you would hope to achieve after years of practice.
Very cool. Is there anything you guys would like to do? And then I'll say it's probably about like 20, 30 minutes before the next trial is scheduled to start.
Nor.
I don't think I've got anything to prepare us beforehand, so
No,
just
I'm
keep
ready.
in limber.
Awesome. There's a point where Almon speaks up. You can hear again, magically amplified voice. To everybody gathered here today, we will be finishing with the third trial for Falhorn. To anybody that is participating, we wish you the best of luck. May your actions, your insights, and your judgment be true. In life, there is two sides of everything, two sides of the same coin, two sides of a story. Magic is no different. Things sometimes that may appear to be a contradiction can be a mirror, and things that you feel are a reflection can be a warped reality. If you cannot hold two truths at once, you cannot wield power responsibly. And he snaps his fingers. The arena starts to re-establish itself. You guys find yourselves at the entrance of a maze. For the participants, for Falhorn, for your final trial, you must simply make your way through two sides of a maze. On each side of the maze, it is a simple capture the flag. Once both flags have been captured, all you must simply do is find an exit to the maze. There's kind of like clapping. You may begin. Falhorn looks at you guys. Are you guys ready?
Ready?
Let's do
Let's
it.
go.
Yeah.
You guys start to like walk in to the maze. And then the moment that you guys step into the maze, behind you, you hear as a wall has formed behind you and above you, way out from behind or from above. You guys are in total darkness for a moment. And then just as torches arcanely are lit up. I know I just asked, but you guys ready?
Yeah.
Always.
More
Let's
than
go.
ever.
You guys make your way through the maze. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Ah,
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Cue the music.
we're gonna get so lost.
Yeah.
Yup.
Oh, as long as the Pierce doesn't come back.